The night of the sacrifice. The village of Okoyong was silent under the weight of the night. A full moon hung over the dense rainforests, casting long shadows over the thatched huts. In the distance, the sound of a talking drum echoed, a slow, rhythmic warning that something dreadful was about to happen. Inside one of the huts, a young mother cradled her newborns, twin babies. Tears streamed down her face as she rocked them gently, whispering prayers that the gods would protect them. Outside, angry voices murmured. The village chief, adorned in red and gold beads, sat on a wooden stool, listening to his elders. "She must bring them out," one of the elders hissed. "Twins are a curse. The spirits will be angry if we allow them to live." The chief sighed. He did not want to order the killing of innocent babies, but tradition was law. If he went against it, famine or war might follow, or so they believed. The village men forced open the door of the hut. The mother screamed, clutching her babies, but she was powerless against them. The twins were ripped from her arms, their soft cries drowned by the chanting of the villagers. The men carried the newborns deep into the forest, where they were left to die among the wild animals. As dawn broke, a woman walked alone through the jungle. Her name was Mary Slessor. And she was about to change everything. The missionary from Scotland. Arrival in Calabar. Mary Slessor had always been different from other missionaries. Unlike many, she did not come to Nigeria to impose European ways of life. She came to live among the people, to learn from them, and to bring hope where there was none. Born in Scotland in 1848, Mary had grown up in extreme poverty. Her father was an alcoholic, and as a child, she had worked in factories to help her struggling family survive. But she was determined to serve God in Africa. When Mary arrived in Calabar, present-day Cross River State, Nigeria, in 1876, she was met with suspicion. The local people had seen missionaries before, most of them stayed in their large mission houses, rarely interacting with the locals beyond religious sermons. But Mary was different. She walked barefoot like them. She spoke their language. She sat on the ground with the villagers, ate their food, and listened to their stories, traditions, and fears. "This white woman is not like the others," the villagers whispered. "She is one of us." It was through these conversations that she first learned about twin killings, and it horrified her. A battle against tradition. Mary's first rescue. One evening, as Mary sat in the village square, she overheard two women crying. She approached them and asked what was wrong. "My sister has given birth to twins," one woman sobbed. "The elders have taken them to the forest." Mary's heart pounded with rage and sorrow. Without thinking, she grabbed a lantern and ran into the forest. The villagers called after her, warning her that she was going against the gods. For hours, she searched the dark wilderness, guided only by the sound of faint cries. Then, under the roots of a large tree, she found them, two tiny, helpless infants, abandoned to die. She picked them up, wrapped them in her shawl, and carried them back to the village. "The white woman has taken the cursed children," someone gasped. The village elders warned her. "You have angered the spirits, Mary." But she refused to listen. She took the twins to her small hut, fed them, clothed them, and raised them as her own. Word spread quickly. "The strange white woman does not fear the gods. She says the twins are not evil. And they are alive." For the first time, villagers began to question their traditions. Confrontation with the chiefs. Mary's actions angered the village leaders. One day, the chief summoned her to the palace. "You have disrespected our laws," he said sternly. "These are not your people. Why do you interfere?" Mary stood her ground. "Are the gods so weak that they cannot punish me themselves?" she asked. "If they are angry, let them strike me down." The room fell silent. The chief had no answer. Slowly, the fear surrounding twins began to crumble. Villagers started bringing more abandoned twins to Mary, instead of leaving them to die. She built a small orphanage where she cared for over 50 rescued children. A mother's rebellion. One day, a young mother refused to give up her twins. She held them close and stood before the elders. "If the white woman can keep twins, why can't I?" she demanded. This moment changed everything. The fear of spirits was fading, replaced by something more powerful: hope. More mothers began defying the old laws. Even some elders admitted they had no proof that twins brought bad luck. Mary's relentless work forced the colonial government to intervene. By the late 1800s, twin killings were officially outlawed in many regions. Mary Slessor's final years. Mary continued her work until her death in 1915. She had adopted many children, settled tribal disputes, and helped bring peace to warring villages. Even the once hostile chiefs mourned her passing. "She was not just a white woman," one elder said. "She was our mother." Today, in Calabar, there are statues and streets named in her honor. Her greatest legacy. Twin births are now celebrated in Nigeria. Among the Yoruba, twins are even considered a blessing from the gods, a complete reversal of the old ways. Final words, a lesson for the world. Mary Slessor's story is proof that one person can change history. She fought against centuries of superstition, fear, and injustice, and won. Her courage saved thousands of lives and reshaped an entire culture. Today, as we tell her story, we must remember: real change happens when we stand up for what is right, even when the whole world is against us. And that is the story of Mary Slessor, the woman who defied tradition to save the innocent.